Yesterday, I made a video about Arsenal. I said that with Arsenal signing Eberiche Eze, it will be very difficult to stop this Arsenal in any competition, not only in the Premier League, even the UEFA Champions League, and even these cup competitions. The reason is very simple. It is not like I just fear this Arsenal. It is just the fact that this Arsenal is just too good, whether you like it or not. First of all, David Raya right now is the only weakness that I think I can see from Arsenal, and the reason is just simple. It's the fact that that goalkeeper is a little bit short. If you can be a very good attacker in terms of finishing in the bottom corner and maybe in the top corners, that's the only thing that you can beat David Raya at. Otherwise, that guy is also a very, very good and a world-class goalkeeper. The main reason why I think Arsenal will be a threat is very simple. Arsenal, they have the best defensive cover in the world. For a matter of fact, I can say in the world, because look at this Arsenal defense critically. First of all, just look at the back four. They have in this lineup, you can see they have Miles Kelly, they have Gabriel, they have Saliba, they have Timber. One thing you will understand is that all these players, or maybe I can say three of these players, they can play as center backs. That is Gabriel, Saliba, Timber. These one are center backs. Now try and look at the bench for the backup. You'll find out that Saliba can be substituted for, that is Ben White, because Ben White is also a centre back that is just playing as a right back again. So Ben White can easily play in that position for Saliba. You have Timber. Timber can also go there. They have did they sell that Japanese guy Tomiyasu? I don't know if they sold him. They have that guy again. On the left back position, they have Zinchenko, they have Calafiori. Calafiori is also a centre back. He can also play in that position that Gabriel is there. And they have also Kiviol. Kiviol can also play where Gabriel is there. And they also have that other guy that they signed. Is he called Mosquera or something? Yeah, Mosquera again can also play where Saliba is there, or is it Gabriel? So clear you can see that Arsenal, they have the best defensive cover in the world. And for the backup goalkeeper, before I forget, they also just signed a Kepa Arrizabalaga from Chelsea, who is also a very good backup goalkeeper. Now moving to the midfield, they also have a very good cover for the midfield because they can rise, they have Odegaard, they have Zubimendi. And who are the backups? Eze can play as a number 10, that is for backup for Odegaard. They have Onwaneri who can also play there. If you go to, they can rise, that is their number 8, he can play there. They have Mikel Merino who can also play there. So you can see they have a very good cover there. Then they have Zubimendi, and then they have, that is a Nogard. And I think they also send some players to loan, although I don't know if they're back, the likes of Fabio Vieira or something. So you can see defensively, these guys, they are very, very, they have a very good defensive cover because all these players that I've just mentioned, even that Odegaard, if you watch Arsenal critically, you understand that Odegaard is more of a defensive player than an attacking midfielder. So you can see Arsenal, they are defending with 7 players already. They are already defending with 7 players. And one thing you also need to understand is that when Arsenal, they are not with the ball, their wing backs again, I mean their wingers, they also drop very deep to try and defend. So you can see they'll be defending with you against you with with the that is 7 plus 2, that is 9 players. So you can see defensively this team is very good. So that's why I'm just scared of this Arsenal team. And another thing that is not about the lineup and how good this squad is their set piece coach. That coach is just superb. Because if this team will not, will not ball in terms of, creating chances and scoring and things like that, they might just score you a card that is a set piece, and that is it. Look at the example the game against Manchester United. Arsenal did not play the best of the match that game because Manchester United was all over Arsenal. But look at what Arsenal they did, and this is the main reason. Even in that prediction, I predicted that Arsenal might just win this match and just allow Manchester United to entertain themselves, and that's exactly what happened because this guy, they can just go from a set piece and it will just be game over for you because they have a very good defense. So that's why I believe that this Arsenal team is just a threat to everybody, not only in the Premier League. Because me, currently as a Liverpool, I have a lot of weaknesses. My defense, I don't have a good defensive cover because, Van Dijk. I think we need someone who can also, start learning or start trying to see if we will be a replacement for Van Dijk. Man City, I've never been convinced about Manchester City defense because Manchester City, they are a possession team. So their midfield and their attackers, they usually have much of the ball. So Manchester City, Manchester City defense, they usually don't get that much threats from opposition because they usually have the ball. So that's why I'm just really, really afraid of this Arsenal team. So that explains why I told you guys that Arsenal will be favorites to win almost everything, not only the Premier League, but also these cup competitions and even that UEFA Champions League. You need to be very, very careful about that because you might play the best version of football, but Arsenal, they will just score a set piece and it will be game over for you. Because look at the best teams last season in Europe. For example, PSG. PSG, for them to win against you, they have to play the best brand of football against you in order to win. If you go to Barcelona, they also have to play the best. The same to Liverpool, but try and look at Arsenal. They can simply decide not to play the best brand of football. They just look for corners and just like that, they will punish you with corners and set pieces. So that's the difference and the main reason why I believe the Arsenal is a threat because if they cannot beat you on open play, they can still beat you from dead balls.